Bro.
Oh, and just so you know, you don't have to broadcast. I'm the only one that has to broadcast on PlayStation. You just need to be in the party chat.
Okay.
I mean, for the on the PlayStation, you know, like I didn't know if you thought that you had to broadcast along to on PlayStation in order for it to be heard, but yeah, I didn't know if that's what you were reading off. I thought you were reading off the broadcast settings.
What?
I don't know. I never mind, dude. I think I'm just overthinking it. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm set to go. I'm gonna get the podcast ready to go.
Do you want to go over to your Discord server? If you're gonna
Uh,
be, or do you? I mean, I imagine you intend to
well,
still invite people over to.
yeah, I was gonna say that was probably the intention to have people like listen in the Discord, yeah, we'll probably have to move over there, and then yeah, we'll move over there. I'll meet you over there in a sec. Right on. Never mind, dude. Okay. There we go. And got you muted. Cool. Okay. Let's get the podcast up. I need to make a playlist. Oh, come on, Spotify. Don't be a butt. Here we go. Shinrikyo. Seriously, what a fascinating little group. Make a playlist. And episode 2. Check. Okay. Where did this go? Here we go. Awesome. Okay. Uh-oh. Get the broadcast. Okay, and then we'll do a little sound check here. Alright, hop in the stream and we'll see if the sound's coming back, alright?
Yeah, basically, as long as you can't hear it through. Are you listening to me on Discord or on PlayStation?
No, I'm listening. Well, I have you. I have a. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it. So plugged into my PlayStation controller is my gaming headset, and that has.
But that's where we're talking.
That's what we're talking right now. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then in the Discord chat is where I'm going to be doing the stream, and I have your voice muted, so I don't have like the double up.
So basically, once you start playing something, if you hear it coming through the PlayStation back to you, it's because the earbuds that I'm wearing, are picking it up.
That's okay.
Ooh, that might be loud. Do you hear it?
Yeah, I'm hearing it just a touch.
How about now?
Now they're gone. Now it's gone. You're fine.
How about this?
Barely. Barely, barely. Now it's gone. Yeah, you're good. That's good right there. I'm gonna say I hope I'm not having you do like, get you anywhere uncomfortable or something like that, man.
I think this is gonna be all right. It's a little.
Okay.
I mean,
does it feel awkward for you?
It's a little. Well, now I guess the alternative would be. I wonder if I could plug a headset into my or headset from the computer as well, and I split the earbuds. You know what? I mean, I can hear it. Let's see. How it is right now. Let's see how it goes like this. As long as you're not hearing it from the same source you're hearing me, because that means it's going to your stream.
Yeah. For like again, there was like very, very short moments that I heard the podcast coming from your end, but it was like barely audible. Like, so if worse comes to worse, like, it's like muffled enough that I couldn't know what it was. Excuse me. So, worst comes to worst, and it's kind of just feedback from where it was just a second ago. I can live with that. They can't pop me for that. So,
yeah. They can't.
They can't pop me for. So.
All right.
So I can live with it. But whenever if you want, are you ready to try the podcast audio one more time?
Oh sure, no, yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, I don't even hear it coming from your speaker, so you're good. We're gravy,
Greg Paulson, this is Cults.
Yep.
Okay.
And he also has a female announcer with her. I forgot what her name is.
Yeah, that's. So they both. I was able to hear them understand what they were. And now, actually, I mean, now I have one. Yeah, now I've got one earbud in, so I got you in my left ear. I think it'll be fine.
Okay, killer man. All right, so here, let me get my stream going here. Let's put this up. Stream manager. Elsewhere. Okay. All right. I think I got my stream info set up. But yeah, man, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody. Good to have y'all with us. Today we're going to be talking about cults and playing Minecraft. It's going to be a fascinating experience. I have here with me the most honorable Mr. Kuya DK.
Hi.
Here to discuss. We're going to be listening to the Cults podcast on Spotify with Greg Paulson and Vanessa Richardson. That's her name. I couldn't remember her name earlier. But yeah, we're listening along, and again, folks at home, if you want to listen along, go hop in the Discord. The link is in the profile if you want to come listen along with us.
Oh, test the test. Oh, hey, I'm on your stream.
Yay!
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Again, we've been for the folks at home. We've been kind of doing some sound testing to make sure that we can hear each other. So, you know, awesome success. I can handle that. That's great. Um, but yeah. So before we get rolling, Kuya, do you have anything do you have anything to plug to get us started off? Like, do you have any big streams coming up?
Oh man, no, I'm in the I'm like, yeah, I'm in the middle of trying to figure out what the fuck I'm do. Yeah, no, it's the end of the month. I don't even know what I did this month, and I'm trying to reorganize my shit. So maybe next month I have some idea what I'm doing. If we're doing this once a week or so, that will at
Mhm.
least help me start to have some kind of structure.
Well, right on. Yeah. So like no, I know that that you've been talking with other folks. I didn't know if you had anything dead set like set up for like the coming weeks or something like that. But right on, dude. Like, and again, like folks, keep a close eye. Like, this cat's working with some pretty rad folks, and I'm very excited to see what kind of fruit he produces. It's going to be awesome. I'm really
Hey,
stoked on it, and I'm really stoked on this project too. I think we're gonna have some fun.
yeah, me too, and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, bud. Absolutely. Again, like
Yeah, I got my fingers in a lot of pies right now, but I don't got anything in the oven.
well, well, yeah, man. Well, hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully, we'll get this thing in the oven ready to go.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't have too many people to talk about like true crime and cult stuff with, so it's good
Yeah,
to have
I'm
somebody
not
else to like bounce
sure.
off.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of thinking that I'm not, well, we'll see how much I really end up. I'm sure I will have plenty to say, but I sort of told you that when I go into my sort of like, I
Zone
go and
mode, yeah.
hide from everyone and play Fallout usually,
Hmm.
but
Like the
then I
OG
start,
Fallout, or
well, like any Fallout.
right on.
Like the last time I went away, I don't know. It might have been Fallout Blood Dragon. But
Mm.
I don't know if it's because I start getting bored of what I'm doing, but I always end up. That is because I don't always listen to true crime. It's not a constant. Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
I got stabbed by a bloody finger, Arthur the Raven. I'm poking him to death with my halberd. Sorry. Yeah, I always go into like a true crime hole though, where it starts becoming like what's comfortable for like my brain to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes well with Far Cry, which is mindless.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and again, like like don't feel like you have to commentate, or feel the need to like find something to talk about. This whatever fascinates you, like whatever piques your interest, bud. We'll discuss. I so oh, for today, for the audience, we should probably tell them what cult we're talking about. We are talking about the notorious uh, Tokyo subway attacking cult, Om Shinrikyo, and their leader Shoko Asahara. Uh, so yeah, so you said you had at least a little bit of familiarity with it. Like, how much are you familiar
well,
with
I'm familiar. I remember. Well, I don't. I wasn't there.
it?
I've
Yeah.
definitely heard about the nerve gas attacks on the subways.
Mhm.
And I feel like, yeah, I feel like they might have been famous for some logo or some slogan, like "Life is good" or some shit. I felt like they had some really happy time, and part of this is because
Mhm.
uh, people feel that a part of Earthbound references this specific cult. And that cult in Earthbound is that like the happy happy church or some shit.
You know what? I think I know what cult you're talking about.
You think it might
Yeah,
be
there's
different than these guys?
it is a different group. And as far as I remember, I believe like
I feel like
there's no
there were balloons.
there's no correlation. But now that you mentioned all the happy stuff, there
Yeah.
is a cult like that. I forgot what they were called though. They yeah they basic same concept. It's just like be happy all the time and you know remove all negative things in your life, and of course all negative things are all your worldly possessions and
Oh,
your
sure. Oh, of
family.
course. Yeah, they always. Yeah.
Always the
That's the
negative
big.
things
That's
in
a
your
big
life.
one.
So but yeah, like and I saw a doc on that cult too, like just recently, and I'm surprised I don't remember what the name was.
Crazy
But
Ninja
yeah, but
DJ.
yeah, but they're still active too, which is something else. Like Om Shinrikyo, like they have like a sub cult that kind of formed after the sarin attacks, and they're like, oh yeah, those sarin attack guys, that's not us. We're a different group. So
I was saying hi to someone in your chat.
oh, we got somebody in the chat. I'm sorry, I was reading my notes here. Oh, we got Ninja. My group therapy. Yeah, no, Ninja DJ's a Fortnite player I met through another set of folks. But nah, we're talking about cults today. We're gonna be listening to a cult podcast and having a general discussion, and we're gonna play some video games. I believe Kuya's still jamming out Elden Ring, and I'm just gonna be playing some Minecraft. And of course, if you're not interested in watching Minecraft and you want to go check out Elden Ring, Ninja DJ I know in particular was really looking forward to checking it out. Um, Here, I'll throw the name in there, even though I think your name's in the chat just anyway. But yeah, so DJ, if you want to go watch somebody play some Elden Ring, go drop by Mr. Kuya DK. He's
Although
we're
I'm
co-streaming.
well,
What's
I'm
up?
on YouTube right now.
Oh, you're on YouTube right
Recall
now. Oh, okay.
that's what the PlayStation was set up for. So since
Oh, I see.
I figured
Okay, yeah, no,
that
no
would be
worries. So,
easiest.
well then, yeah, go to Kuya
I
DK on YouTube instead.
yeah.
Excuse me.
If you,
Pardon me. But yeah, if
I'm
you want
not
to
doing
listen along
much.
too, come join the Discord.
Yeah,
It's in
join
the
Thrash's Discord. That's what we should be saying to everyone.
yes, I've been trying to get people into the Discord for a while. I'm
Yeah,
gonna stay here for a little.
come listen to Crimes with us. I'm
Yeah.
here to listen to Crimes today.
I'm here for the crime. But all right, so here we go with Cults podcast on Spotify by Parcast. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Yeah, and let me know if you can hear it from me.
Very, it's like super faint and muddled,
Oh, you can hear it though?
but you can barely understand what it is. I've been outside for 4 hours doing yard work. Yeesh. See, that's the enjoyment of living in an apartment.
Test.
I'm still shocked that they allow kids under 13 to listen to some of the stuff they talk about. Oh, y'all got your own place. That's great. That's what's up. Oh yeah, let's put our stuff away. Um, And frankly did until the day he died.
Oh man, if I didn't throw out those other earbuds or wherever the fuck they ended up, I could listen to this on my phone with the other half of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. You could do that too.
I've been looking for those motherfuckers for weeks.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah.
Toss those there, toss those there. Might be going back out doing more yard work. Hey, do it up. But you know, if you're again, if you're down for some true crime and some weird cult stuff, come join us, or listen at home. Toss that there. Cat, I swear to goodness, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get away. I swear to goodness, cat. Hold on. This doofus keeps scratching up my amplifier. I ain't
Your
having it.
amplifier.
Yeah, I've got this bass cab, and girlfriend's cat loves scratching it, thinks it's a scratching post. I will have none of that. I'm not refelting this thing. I just love that matter of fact, just to put a pause really quick. I just love that matter of fact, like, how does, like, reincarnation Buddhism, justify, killing people? It doesn't. Like, yeah.
Hi,
I
Pika, what's going on?
uh,
Are you sad? Is your sister being mean to you? She's so sad. She's being mean to everyone because she fell in the river.
I fell into the, fell in the river. Oh, it was Paprika that fell in the river?
No, it was Cora, and she's being mean to everyone now.
Aw. Poor thing. I wouldn't be too thrilled about falling in the river, but yeah, shouldn't be blaming other people.
Yeah, she acts like it was one of us. She acts like someone threw her in there.
There's a conspiracy against me.
Hey. Hi, kitten. Should I go see your sister? Is she in the kitchen? Is she mad? She was so mad. Oh my god.
guess. Like, I was gonna say that's definitely a very important part to take note. Is that Shoko Asahara is blind. Is blind. And they kind of give some precursor. He went to a school for the blind, and out of all the blind kids in the school, he was like the least blind. So he basically used that to his advantage to practically bully and strong arm every single blind kid that he came into contact with. Like some really, really heavy duty folks. He was definitely a dude to not mess with.
The least blind man.
Yeah, like, you know, you've heard of the blind samurai, the moderately blind, well, the more moderately blind Buddhist, but yes. Like, very, very interesting cat. But yeah, you'll find out more about how we took advantage of folks being only partially blind because of the glaucoma.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened?
Or are you asking me about where Cora is? Or did you?
Oh, I was wondering if you were okay. It sounded like you fizzled out
No.
for a second.
So over, you know?
Oh, I was gonna say you're kind of buzzing in and out there.
Oh, it might be because I'm in the kitchen. I might be too far away from the PlayStation. Do I now sound more here?
You sound fine now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm just giving the cat some food.
Oh, good, bud. Don't worry.
Hi, kitties. Hi.
That's something I forgot about this episode. Them saying that practically every U.S. president had some sort of psychopathy.
Some sort of what?
Like psychopathy of that they were like crazy in some manner, narcissistic in some manner.
Every U.S. president?
Yes.
What about James K. Polk? He sought no second term. You know about him, right? You're from the 90s. Do you know why I bring up James K. Polk?
Well, wasn't he like the shortest termed president because he was like in office for 2 months and then died from the flu?
I don't think that was him.
That wasn't him? Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt. Well, please, what did you say about James K. Polk?
I bring him up because there is a They Might Be Giants song about him.
I love They Might Be Giants.
That's why I thought you would know.
Oh man, I was thinking about the oh god, Denmark's famous painter.
Oh, James Ensor.
James Ensor, yeah. I love that song. And I love the fact that they just really thoroughly enjoy making songs about really obscure people.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna set up our wall here. think ran out of stone.
What's Minecraft like?
So, it's like a bit of, you know, medieval adventure with like, you know, resource gathering and building silly things. I'm playing the survival mode.
Okay.
Which is basically, you know, resource gathering, build a place so all the monsters don't eat you, and you know, go find your way to the end game stuff. Which
Right.
like I usually don't make it to the end game stuff because
You gotta
I
fight
just,
an ender dragon.
you gotta fight the ender dragon and such.
I heard you
Yeah.
can. I heard that beds will explode under certain circumstances.
Yeah, I believe it's you can't sleep in the end, which is where the ender dragon
Oh,
is.
in the end, the area is called the end.
The area is called the end. So you can't sleep in the end. So as soon as you like try to sleep in a bed, all of a sudden it makes this like hissing sound and then it explodes.
Okay.
I don't know why it does that, but you know, that's just how it works. And people found that
You can damage the dragon doing that.
you can basically set up like an obsidian perimeter, like almost like
Beds.
a trap.
Bed trap.
You throw the bed on top and you like cover yourself in obsidian.
Does the obsidian does that catch fire or something when it blows up, or
Just being Bob the Builder. Ninjas really wanted to talk. I'm sorry, but I saw you there. I thought you were just fetching about being outside, but what was I gonna say? But yeah, but the premise of it for me at least is find a nice livable building area with some people around it, and then make a house until I don't die.
right?
That's my fun with this game. I don't even touch the end.
Make a house and not die. That's that's a fine goal.
Yeah, make a house and not die is like half the fun for me. Oh man, but yeah, like, oh man, weird people. Who said? I didn't say you were bitching, bud. I said kvetching, which means that you were like being like that you were like basically spouting off your grievances with having to do the yard again. I believe it's a Yiddish term. Yeah, I was basically implying that you were upset with having to do the yard. No, not bitching. No. Nah, that ain't cool. I don't talk to people like that. Nah, dude. I don't talk to people like that. Let's toss this over here. Toss this over here. Throw our new chest up here. I think this is where we'll start organizing our things. What is it with these cults in the end of the world? Something I always wondered.
Yeah, is it like an easy way to get people to do something? Be like, well, the world's gonna end, so you might as well give me all your shit.
I mean that's pretty much it. It's just
Give
like,
me all your stuff.
for like, for all these groups that believe in the end of the world, like, uh, I don't know. I'm. It's just like, I don't know. It's like pop music. Like, oh, come on, man. I've heard this hook before. Like, give us something new and exciting. Like, okay, so here's the thing: the world's not gonna end, but like, you know, the world is getting hotter, and it's going to become hell on earth or something like that. I don't know. Like, there's got to be something better than the world's just going to end to motivate people to do things. I mean, that is technically
It
the end
seems
all
like
be all.
that's the thing. It seems
That
like
that
that
is
one works.
that's the sneaky thing. I think people just want to follow something that they can relate to, and I can agree with that.
Which is
Like,
a lot of people relate to the world ending
a lot of people can relate
these
to
days.
freaking out about the world ending. Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Especially
actually, I guess honestly, I mean that's something that people can relate to freaking out about. Sure, yeah.
yeah, I mean, no matter what, what you believe, like everybody has, has the means to freak out about the end of the world, no matter what it could possibly be. Um, it's just more the the sort of like play of like illusion of getting people to fall into that fascinates me. Like somebody like it's just like you walk down the street and there's of course that one guy with the sandwich billboard that says the end is nigh,
Oh,
sort of thing.
Rorschach.
Yeah, you got like a Rorschach character, and you walk past them, and like you think, that's stupid. I want to know what the mental process is of the person that walks past that and goes, oh my god, this sandwich board is correct. Like again, I fear the world ending. No, like who doesn't? But like it's about like you got to really convince me like what is making the world end. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Because like some of the things that like you hear about like the people that joined like Heaven's Gate
Yeah.
and things like that, and they're like, oh yeah, the world's ending, and alien spaceship's gonna come and pick us up, and the only way they can do that is if we die with our Nikes on. You know, like at what point to those people? And again, like these are very most of the people that were brought into these groups were very emotionally vulnerable. It just wows me that like there's still like yes, the aliens are coming to pick us up, and I don't know, maybe I've been like in really sad, devastated states, but I don't. I'm just trying to think about what it takes. What's the rock bottom to make that person believe that aliens are coming to take us up, but you have to be in spiritual form, sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, you do. Part of it is that you don't just tell someone that and they believe it. There's a
I
whole
mean, yeah, there's
system of conditioning and bringing people in, getting them to believe everything you say.
right. Well, again, like you have like the Scientologists and Dianetics and things like that, and like you have the you have the show of it, if you will. It's like going like when you go to a carny fortune teller, I've seen a church pastor that had their own private jet and no, I've seen it. I've seen it, DJ. I've seen it. Oh man, have I seen those evangelists? But it's like you go to a carny and you got somebody with the crystal ball and like you buy it because you have the prop there. It's like but like you have these people on the streets and they're handing out pamphlets. Like you have a heart. The general concept of hey, are you lost? And then like work from there. Like I don't know. I just want to know like what is the rock bottom place that you have to be? Like what's the I don't want to say barometer. Is that the proper term? But like, what's the measurement, I guess, of like absolutely lost hope in everything that you're like, you know, uh, what is it, genital mutilation, and wearing the same clothes and getting beamed up by aliens. Yeah, that initially on whatever you're
But
selling me, I
yeah, that's
buy.
not the sell though. That's not what they're selling. They're not selling aliens and suicide.
No, they're selling. Again, they're selling the salvation concept. It's
Right.
just again, I just wonder where the
Once you're
psychological
fully
low
bought in, they reveal the aliens and the suicide.
once you bought in.
Well, yeah, well, no, but that's what I'm saying. That there's a whole system of conditioning.
Mm.
They sell you salvation, and then but the conditioning is there to get these people to believe the master or whoever,
Mm.
and everything that they do or say, and everyone is all saying and doing the same thing. And then that's when they tell you that aliens are going to come destroy the world. There's got to be a big reveal. I don't know.
No, I think that
That
makes
is
sense
there
because
is, but I mean there is conditioning, and they start slow, and they find vulnerable people, and it's a system and a plan. It's a
oh
whole.
yeah, yeah. No, I absolutely agree. It's just again, going back to Ohm in particular, I'm just very fascinated with like. So the big sell for Om Shinrikyo was the fact that Shoko Asahara was able to quote unquote levitate, and that
Right.
somebody
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that somebody yeah. So and somebody took a picture of it, and of course it was a obviously doctored photo of a man jumping in the air, but like you know, but like people bought it. It's just like again, I'm one like what I'm wondering is where the psychological low is like deep enough to believe again it's not to say that like again like the initial to believe the initial pitch, I guess, not to say that you buy all of it or that you've gotten it all. Like I'm talking about the person who you know the emotionally vulnerable person who's walking down the street. I want to know what the brain process is like of like that person saying would you like a free Dianetics testing, and then and going through the brain process of well is it like I've got nothing else to lose, give it a shot, or is it like oh well this will be something that get a chuckle out of for the day, and then they fall for it like that's basically what I'm trying to ask is like where does the line for people basically
Well,
where
if you don't know what Dianetics is, and that's who they're looking for, then you don't have something in you saying, "Is this a risk? Is it a fun thing to do?" It's some
okay,
idiot going, "Hey, take a personality test. It'll be fun."
that's very
They
true.
target people who don't know anything about cults or Dianetics.
Oh, that's true.
They
Uh,
do, and they
it-
do. They target people that they think are rubes.
mm. I mean, again, it's they're using old Carney tricks.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's just it's Carney trickery. Um, but yeah, again, I just want to be in the mind of that person who like just makes that first step through the door and wonders what the hell they walked into. And especially with like Ohm like the thing is that people like so I think they covered it. Or they haven't gotten to this point yet, but like that people during practices of like the yoga stuff that they have within the group, they people died doing it, and it just blows my mind that like and I've seen other cults where people have to do like like sweat like heavy duty sweat lodging sort of stuff, and I've heard of people dying from that sort of thing. it's like again, it's just more of like a where's the line concept for me. I just I don't understand like being a I don't know, maybe it's because I am an atheist and it's like, you know, oh, I don't understand where, you know, you could just, you know, find faith in that where you know, some guy's got, you know, two metal sticks and says hold on to these, we'll judge your personality. Like that does not compute for me. You know. uh, but yeah, anyway, continuing on.
What's going on over there?
Hmm? It's oh, are you
Yeah,
there's
no,
something
no,
going
it was, yeah, it was. I was asking the cats what was going on.
on? Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's been a very. You were in your basket, good. You chased your other sister under. Just mad. No one's going outside. They're fighting with this stray cat that's been coming around.
Oh, there's another new stray cat?
No, this is a stray cat that has been in this neighborhood for years and years.
Oh, I see. I see.
But he's been, I don't know if he's been around this house more or if, but he's been causing trouble, and today Cora fell in the river. She's goddamn.
Oh, I feel for that cat. That sucks so
Oh,
hard, dude.
she's like shell shocked. Like she
I,
fucked up and she knows it. Like she got a scare, like maybe for the first time ever.
Aw, poor thing.
Like she realized that bad things can happen to her. She thought bad things only happen to other creatures.
Oh, I will never fall in this river.
Oh my gosh.
Poor kitty.
Oh
That's
man,
so
she like really, she's acting like she got the surprise of her life.
rough. Aw. 86 panes of glass to make or 6 cubes of glass to make a glass pane? That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, that's what it meant. So apparently Shoko Asahara's name, roughly translated, means bright light.
Okay.
That sounds proper for a cult leader.
Yeah. That's exactly the kind of shit. Vanguard. It is Vanguard, the ancient arcade game, by the way.
Oh, when we were talking about Nexium, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so wild.
I really want to play that game. I feel like I found it on some collection or something, and I went and looked at a bunch of Atari Classic collections that were on PS Now, and no Vanguard.
Interesting.
It's around somewhere. It's on some collection on somewhere. Trick photography, yeah, of course.
Trick photography. I can't wait until they start talking about when he finds enlightenment. It's hilarious. Ah, chicken! Oh, this is the bit. No, of course. Why would he be? Oh, oh, DJ. Yeah, we're just we're trying to listen along and talking about it when talking about Shoko Asahara when we can. All right, we got our upstairs here. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He claimed to have magical powers because he was reading Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah. And again, they eventually hired their own animation team to make propaganda stuff. Please try that at home, kids. This way. And they also were producing LSD on site and selling it to the Yakuza.
Terrific.
Always. Metsu Bonahi. This is 11. Ooh. Let's see here, we'll put this. Oh, I forgot to bring torches. I'm gonna need. Stone stuff. That. No, of course not. Why would he be? He's the divine being. Teehee. Zombie. Ami tofu? Interesting. Okay. Let's start planting some kelp.
I don't. Hi, Jacko. I don't think I did that. I think YouTube must have done that. I didn't even know that was. I didn't even know you could set a game on YouTube.
Oh. Yeah,
But
I think
hi.
they auto-categorize. Okay, gotta make sure I'm not dealing with any more bad dudes. I just want to build a kelp farm, man.
I wonder, yeah, because this is coming from the PlayStation. I don't recall seeing anything about setting a game. I wonder if it's because DS2 is the disc that's in the PlayStation right now. I wonder if it knows that. That would be weird.
Sometime I believe it's usually whatever game you're playing on the PlayStation usually sets it.
Yeah, so that's not what happened today.
That's weird.
We're listening to a podcast about a cult guy that liked anime a lot.
Yeah. Om Shinrikyo. Come on. Oh yeah, that was another thing that I felt was weird about Japan's law about religious groups is that if you gain like religious tax exemption status, you're like less liable for investigation by police, which like
Interesting.
I don't know why that's a thing. That's like saying like it's like giving the Catholic Church free range, and we all know what would happen if that happened.
Yeah, nothing good.
Nothing good whatsoever. Oh shit.
They'll have to send the Hulk and Dr. Manhattan to fuck him up again.
Seriously.
I think I think the Hulk was in that movie. I saw a movie where some newspaper reporters wrote about how the Catholic Church in Boston was doing some bad shit.
Yeah.
And I think it was the Hulk. I think Billy Crudup, Dr. Manhattan, was the Catholic lawyer.
What?
Oh, Batman was there. It was Batman and the Hulk. It was Michael Keaton and whoever plays the Hulk taking down the cat. Maybe it was Batman. It might be none of those actors.
That's interesting. Oh, yo, I can actually get my wheat farm started. Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I can get a wheat farm started, my infinite lava farm started.
Grow some breads.
I'm gonna grow some bread. Oh. And I'm a doofus. I can start fishing too.
Great.
I know, the spiritual strength to stop, pulling pud. And, like, I feel for that kid because he had to go on the television and tell everybody, "This man taught me how to not touch myself anymore inappropriately."
Was it a kid? Did we?
He was like a. I think they said he was like a teenager, wasn't he?
I didn't catch if it was. Yeah, I didn't catch the.
I thought he said it was like a teenage heartthrob sort of dude.
Adrian, I keep trying to show these dudes where to go, and none of them follow me.
Can't lead a fish to water, friend.
Yeah. You can't lead them to the lever that opens the boss door either.
Apparently not.
Nope. People love avoiding that lever.
Oh, there's a lever? Nah, I don't want any part of that. Whoever decided that that was a proper... Nah. No lever.
I wonder if I can pull it. No, I can't. He's got to.
Oh, are you in somebody else's game or server?
Yeah.
I see. The Freemasons.
Wow. This guy didn't like everyone, just like the Catholic Church.
No, he's just going to town on anybody and everybody that he can. I mean, this is all sounding a little bit too familiar, doesn't it? That he would attach to sharks.
Yeah.
He wanted to be, he's like the ultimate James Bond like villain. Like how he wasn't a James Bond villain is a shock to me.
Really, James, really super villain shit going on with this guy.
Sheesh, I forgot they were worth that much. You know, attack helicopters for religious peace. There we go. Alright, so that was part one, dude. What'd you think?
Very interesting.
Fascinating. It's some fascinating shit, dude. Like, Shoko did some pretty heinous shit.
It sounds that way.
I mean that's pretty par for the course with most of these cults, but like, but yeah, like, but yeah, what was there anything in particular that really stood out to you that you found fascinating?
Well,
I mean, besides everything, but yeah.
Besides the fact that he's the anime cult leader.
Yeah.
I think the anime aspect of it, I gotta find out about this anime.
Oh, dude, it's a weird anime to watch too. Like, it was lost media for a minute, and then
yeah,
I think it was eventually found. But yeah, it's a bizarre anime, like, and so like how they discuss how Shoko made it a big deal that he could like sit cross-legged and float in the air.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety of this anime, not only are the songs really ridiculous, singing about Shoko Asahara, 99% of the time I remember him just floating in the air.
Is it like a religious? Is it like what like a Christian cartoon show would be like in this country?
Yeah,
it's telling people to follow this cult.
It's like Davy and Goliath. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's about as corny. Let alone, like, you know, you think that the whole Davy and Goliath stuff was, like, ham-fisted, like, you know, religious hawk. Like, the Om Shinrikyo anime is just that. Like, I even think that they even made mention of the teenage kid who, like, you know, stopped, like...
They mentioned him in the oh, well, the anime wasn't like a children's cartoon, so...
No, I mean, no, it was technically, it was
Oh, it
meant,
was?
so,
And they
like,
talk about how you can stop jerking off if you come to our
if you
cult?
join the cult, oh yeah, and about how all the, like, you know, all the horrible, you know, materialistic things that, you know, America has given us, including, you know, masturbation or whatever. Like, you know,
Oh, American gave them masturbation?
well, it was more or less America is influencing Japanese culture to a point of materialistic, like materialistic, like sadism, and like just basically uh, they're just killing their spirituality, the general spirituality that the Japanese were apparently supposed to have.
Okay.
By following American culture. But
I didn't know that jerking off was an American thing. I thought
no,
everyone...
I thought everybody did that too. But according to Shoko, apparently, like, you know, the Americans, yeah, they
They made
caused
us
these to do
jerk
bad
off.
things. They made.
They're all playing Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and jerking
they
off all day.
they Dutch ruddered.
What year was this? They might have been right about at least one
In
American.
the 19. This was the 90s, so it's like the Yeah, apparently Shoko believed that, you know, that the Americans were Dutch ruddering the Japanese into oblivion. So, you know, I don't know where these people get off with some of the ridiculousness that they have. But yeah, episodes when they're going to start talking about the means of production of biochemical weapons and
Oh,
drugs
yeah.
and stuff that they've and also I believe they start talking about wait, did they I don't believe they actually mentioned the anime yet. I think they talked about how
Oh, I think they talked about a manga.
they
Did
talked
they talk about him
the
making a manga?
Yeah, and
They
then
might not have actually mentioned the anime. They mentioned that he was interested in anime, and that's why he thought he was God. He was
yeah,
what? He was definitely, he was, you know it was Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
You know
oh
it
yeah.
was.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Especially considering, like, you know, Spirit Bomb and all that crap. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Dragon
what
Ball,
would
do
be
not
cool about
give
being
your
that?
young boys Dragon Ball Z. They will start a God cult.
Pretty much. But yeah, like but again, that was like the big point of what Shoko was trying to do was he was trying to indoctrinate. You know, it's just like cigarettes; you get them while they're young. You know.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So it was that kind of show.
Oh yeah, I mean, it definitely was. You know, the subtle Christian undertone, you know, Peanuts-esque, you know,
Sure.
type deal that they're trying to play. But yeah, so once I get away from this, I'm gonna come back to shore, get away from this zombie really quick, and then we'll press on to episode 2, man.
Cool.
But yeah,
I'm into it.
but yeah, and I was gonna say, like, you know what? Now I figured out a way to explain this. Like, have you ever seen, you know who Action Bronson is?
I feel like I do.
Yeah, he's a rapper, chef, like, you
Okay.
know, yeah, he's
Yes.
pretty known. So he
Yes.
had a show on Vice for a while, where it was it was called Ancient Aliens, and it was basically, well, you know the show Ancient Aliens, the History Channel show where
Sure.
they talk about, yeah. So Action Bronson would have like rapper friends of his, like Tyler the Creator. They actually had Rob Van Dam on for an episode in Sabu from, you know, WWE wrestling and stuff like that. He would have people come on, and they would just get rip roaring stoned, and they would watch Ancient Aliens and, you know, just have general discussion. So I would say this is the less Ancient Aliens like version of that concept, I would say.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, now that I actually like I watched it the other day, and it's a funny show. If y'all haven't gotten the chance to watch it, Action Bronson watches Ancient Aliens is the funniest shit ever. But yeah, they just get stoned and they try to talk philosophy and stuff like that, but they're like too doofed up to like link thoughts together.
Good.
So it gets funny. So but yeah, it's like I would say this. I would care for this to be like a more uh like I mean we're gonna be I mean I'm doofed right now. I don't know about you, boss, but like
Yeah.
you know.
I
But
don't.
I
I
feel
don't
like
think
we're
I've ever
like,
called it. Actually, no. You know what I think doof is?
like a doofus.
No, no. I think that doof is. I'm trying to think of what like my friends call it. They call it AVB, already vaped bud.
Already
You
vaped
know,
pot.
like if you
Oh,
vape flour, you can then, like if you put it in a dry flour vaporizer, so it
yeah.
just burns it a little and turns it brown.
Mm-hmm.
You can cook with that. And a girl, one time in my life, a girl referred to that substance as doof. So when I talk about doof, I'm basically just talking about edibles, specifically edibles that have already been vaporized.
I've never heard that term. I've heard the
I'm pretty
term.
sure that she made it up, and now I go around telling it to people.
I like that. I like that a
Doof.
lot.
Yeah,
Um,
boil up the doof in the butter.
Oil up the doof. That's so fun. That's so funny. I like that. When I say doofed, I had a non-binary friend of mine who lives in Portland, and we would get ripped like when he would come to town, or excuse me, when they would come to town, we would just get ripped rolling stone.
Yeah.
He would go, "Man, I am doofed." Like
Doof.
like he's such a doofus. He doofed himself. So at
Okay.
least that's where I believe he came up with that. Where I believe they came up with that terminology. But yeah, I've just been using doofed like that, and the only like weed related thing with like boof that I knew was boof, BOOF, which I
Boof.
believe refers to bad weed, like really like brown, dry,
You know
not
what?
this.
Yeah. I can't. That sounds right. I can't feel like if I've ever really heard someone call it boof, but that sounds correct to me.
Yeah, man, I just gotta give it up to you know to cats coming up with names like that, man. Like, where do you come up with this shit? Set up my dock here, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, and so I'm just going through again for the sake of like being the unprofessional professional that I am. I watched a couple of things last night and took some notes. Um, but yeah, again, Shoko, it pretty much covered most of this stuff. Shoko Asahara tried to, uh, after starting, in acupuncture and like smaller, religious ceremonies, he tried to create his own religion because mostly due to the fact that the blind and the um, and pretty much like anybody with any form of disability is pretty much like the bottom rung of the ladder for Japanese society. So and in most of those in acupuncture and massage therapy, that's where they usually put a lot of people with like disabilities, like uh, because apparently, according to the Japanese government, that's the only thing that that they give to society, which is, of course, very wrong and very ableist and disgusting. But like, that's Japan. Uh, so they, Shoko got into the acupuncture and spiritualist stuff solely because the Japanese government pushed him into that corner, and thusly created this Batman supervillain-esque character that is Shoko Asahara. Be really quick. It showed the original name of Om Shinrikyo was apparently Om Shinsen no Kai, and he also had another group which was like I thought of the Blessed Union of Souls. You know that song, Hey Leonardo, she likes me for me.
Yeah.
Blessed Union of Souls was the band that did that. But apparently he had like and I don't know if I remember this correctly, but he had like a Blessed Union of Wizards, which was like his first cult to begin with.
Really?
I don't know if they mentioned that. Yeah. So or like the Blessed Union of the Divine Wizard or some crap like that, and he would sell like herbs and oils for massage therapy and stuff like that, and most of the stuff that he was basically pushing in Ohm, but like on a smaller scale, so he wouldn't get popped by the government. He saw applications of anime and to use for religious propaganda. That's the thing that I thought was very interesting. Like, you can kind of see it with like the latter. Like I saw something with the Latter-day Saints in the '90s, and they had almost like a very comparable to, like poor animation style that the old cartoon had.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a big internet bit for a while. The meme Mormon Jesus, where they play got Super Freak by James not James Brown. Rick James. Thank you. Yeah. But they'll play that almost like to the tune of like of that, a la almost the MC Hammer tune. Can't touch this.
Yeah.
But instead they would insert. They played this old Latter-day Saints cartoon, and and the overdub would say Mormon Jesus. I'll find the clip for you. It's stupid. I'll send this on. But yeah, I immediately thought about like Ohm and their poorly made cartoons. I show you this shit.
You ever? Oh shit.
Oh yeah, so it's called You Can't Touch Mormon Jesus. Oh dude, this... But they basically took this old Latter-day Saints cartoon and... Yeah.
Yeah,
like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, the animation is about as poor as the Ohm animation. So I was just immediately that. But anyway, yes, Doomsday Called. Members were experimented and tortured. I'm sorry?
You ever see Battlestar Galactica?
I actually have not. I know that's like a big faux pas.
No, it's like, fine. You know what? I feel like it was at one point it was like a big deal, and I think people got over it.
Okay.
The only reason I mention it, we can totally keep moving on. But there's an important planet they go to in Battlestar Galactica, and it's like it's named after the planet that I think either some Mormon, the Mormon angel, I think, that appeared to John Smith or whatever, Joseph Smith. That angel was from some planet.
Yeah, I believe it. Excuse me. I believe his name was Joseph Smith.
Yeah. So anyway, that planet gets referenced in Battlestar Galactica. Unfortunately, I don't actually know anything about what it's actually called, but they changed 2 of the letters around, and that's the planet. That's one of the. That's an important planet they go to in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, that's another cult that I want to cover eventually. Like, between the Scientologists and the Latter-day Saints, they both have like a big coffer of cash.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. I was downloading some internet. Excuse me. But yeah, they both have really big coffers of cash that they use to propel their ideologies. Ooh, I found a turtle. Yay, I found a turtle. And also, yeah, I find the Latter-day Saints to also be a very fascinating group that we'll probably cover down.
I'm gonna Google Mormon planet and just see what comes up.
Mormon planet. Doom, doo, doo, doo.
Yeah.
Mormon planet. Yeah, okay, there's a zombie. Hello, zombie. Oh, now that I was thinking about it.
Kolob! Kolob is a star or planet described in the Book of Abraham, a sacred text of the Latter-day Saints. Several Latter-day Saint denominations hold the Book of Abraham to have been translated from an Egyptian papyrus by Joseph Smith, founder of the movement. Yeah, so they go to Kobol in Battlestar Galactica, and Kolab is where the angel that told Joseph Smith all this stuff.
Yeah.
He was the god of Kolab because I'm pretty sure the Mormons believe that when you die, you become a god of a whole planet and get to tell people what to do.
Is that really?
Yeah, and this guy got the planet Kolab or Kobol, whichever one I said.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize that's what the.
I might be getting that wrong. Maybe you have to be really, really good to get a planet. Maybe you have to be Joseph Smith.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. By the way, one of my favorite South Park episodes, and I'm so sad that I never got a chance to see the Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't go and see musicals. That's not something I do, so I don't know if I'm missing out or not.
Oh, so, and it's only because I used to do I was part of show choir and
oh sure, yeah,
stuff like that when I was younger, and I found an appreciation for it, especially with stage plays Death of a Salesman is probably
oh sure,
pretty high up there. I mean the Willie Loman character, let alone Biff. Don't even get me started on Biff.
Yeah, yeah. What about Biff?
Oh, isn't that his? Isn't that was the character's name?
That's
Biff
John
Loman,
Malkovich.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the general concept of the average American and the average American dealing with failure.
Okay.
Was just a really gut because so I've been a cook for a long while, and I've been doing cooking for a long while, and it's a rough scene, dude. I don't know if you've you see the Gordon Ramsay stuff, and I don't know if you ever read Kitchen Confidential, but shit, crazy shit happens in kitchens, and it's a stressful gig.
Sure.
And it's just trying to get your own personal worth out of your work experiences and things like that, and that's where I felt for Biff, because Biff was he's nose to the grindstone, trying his absolute best, and just shit falls apart. and that goes the same. And then you look at Willie and the things that he had to deal with too. It's I the absolute epitome of the American story is is watching that failure. I feel. and I don't know, maybe I'm just a bitter person, and I'm a nihilistic, pessimistic douchebag. I don't fucking know, but like,
Oh, that is what the play is about.
well, I mean, it is what the play is about, but like, that's what I personally really, I really enjoyed the honesty of it, and anytime that I've ever seen it, anybody who portrays those characters does it like pristinely. But and it's like, and it's kind of just lauded as like, necessary reading in high school, and it doesn't really fucking matter. Like, and as much as I enjoyed Catcher in the Rye, I would put Catcher in the Rye kind of on that shelf of like, yeah, it was good, but it was more like, it was good for that time, when you're young and angry, and like, that was good for a high schooler.
You want to know why they think we got to read Catcher in the Rye?
To stop the phonies?
Or do you want to know why people are still reading it? I will tell you this. If they didn't try to cancel that book, no one would be reading it today.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason people read that book is because it was on a banned book list one time for no reason. And now it's a big historical piece of literature. No one cares about the Catcher in the Rye.
When I frankly enjoyed Nine Stories, and like, I at the end of the day, like, I watched this like documentary about J.D. Salinger, and I say that I appreciate the man for the work that he did. I enjoyed Nine Stories for what it was, but yeah, Catcher in the Rye was basically him coming to terms with being an adult, and like, and it's kind of like an exaggerated concept of a teenager.
Yeah,
and I felt that, in this ultimate irony of it all, it felt phony, So like, as a kid, I'm like, yeah, I know what that's like. I want to go run away to New York City and pretend I'm 21 and go drink in bars and just talk with a prostitute. That sounds like a grand time. But as an adult, I'm like, what the fuck, kid, go home. Like, you shouldn't be doing, like, nobody would do this. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just that time frame kids went and did that sort of shit, but like,
maybe.
I don't
maybe know. That's why you know what? My opinion on that book is based entirely about how many people seem to think it is important for some reason.
Yeah, I don't.
So it's not even about my experience with it or the content of it. I'm like sick of hearing about it.
Excuse me 1 second. Excuse me, but yeah, I get that. I'm right there with you. Like, the over hyping of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, but at the same time though, like, again, going back to banned books, I really enjoyed like Great Gatsby. Great Gatsby was.
Yeah, that's another one. I don't know. That one might still be getting read if they didn't try to ban it. I feel like books got banned. I feel like the publishers called up the government of whoever and said, hey, ban these books, we'll slip you some money, and then they banned them, and then the publishers ended up making more money in the end because they sold more books. I think everyone's lying.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of fuckery with it, but you also have to consider, like, people do ban really ridiculous books. Look at what's happening in Texas. Like, all the book burning crap. It's starting to look like, marches in Berlin circa 1938.
But, like in The
Last Crusade.
yeah, yes. That's what it looks like in Texas. There are people with a bonfire of books.
As far as I understand, there's been a handful of pastors that have been banning and burning LGBTQ plus uh, positive, character books, basically. Sarah has two dads.
Yeah, right.
Some
Okay.
real major pushback again, despite the fact that years ago we were like, this isn't bad. This helps kids. Why are you taking this away from kids? What's wrong with you, you awful, awful people? Yeah, it just makes no sense. I don't get where these people get off. But again, it goes to where, like, something so mundane as a kid running away from school was just like, oh, that goes against God. Oh, he's drinking. He hired a prostitute and just talked with her. He's calling people phonies. Oh, gasp! Like, I feel like it's not necessarily the government's creating the hype. It's the churches are creating the hype themselves.
Sure.
Just
well,
being...
there's a lot of churchgoers in the old government.
Oh, hey, there you go. Truth. But yeah, like I don't. Yeah, it's mostly people doing some religious fundamental flexing, basically. And at the end of the day, the books end up winning because it's just like, oh, we're not supposed to read this book. There's obviously something terrible about it. I better see what's so terrible about it. Like again, I love South Park for the way that they covered it with the Scrody McBoogerballs episode. I don't know if
yes.
Yes.
Wasn't that was the Catcher? They read the Catcher in the Rye, and they were like, that was bullshit. We were lied to. This is not upsetting. There's no reason for this book to be banned. There's not even a swear word in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he said damn a couple of times. I think he may even said shit once.
Someone writes "fuck you" on the wall, and he gets upset.
Oh, son of a bitch! There's a witch outside.
A witch?
Yeah, there's witches.
Invite her in.
No, they throw projectile poison.
Learn to like it.
No, I don't want it. I don't like this. Projectile poison's not a good time. Oh. Get out of here. Got ya. Uh-oh. Creeper. No. Run away. And I'm sorry. We got so caught up with the book talk. Let's get the. But that was an interesting aside, though. Like I really I want to put a pin in that. We'll like I like discussing banned books.
I think part of my bitterness is I had that experience in high school. They were like, pick a book, and I was like, ooh, everyone says this one's banned and has prostitutes.
I felt like
then I read that piece of shit.
To be honest, I felt like Butters. I was just like, kill the phonies. No, I enjoyed it for what it was. The general, grievances, you have as a teenager. Like, I felt that book was like, good. And like, especially in the statement of like using the big analogy of the brass ring and the carousel, like, about him never being able to get the brass ring, I could level with that. The rest of it's just some kid bitching,
Yeah.
But yeah, here we'll get started on episode 2 of Ocean.
Cool.
We'll start hearing all the juicy stuff.
Juicy stuff.
Oh yeah, this is the part where they start talking about the excuse me, the nerve gas attack and the development of these weapons. So yep. For the audience, everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Was there? Excuse me.
Are you
Mhm.
what's going on?
Oh, is it playing?
Are you listening to it?
Oh no, it stopped the.
You're not streaming it. I don't know if you're listening to it or not.
Yeah, I am listening to it, and it's not
Okay.
streaming it to the.
Yes.
Oh, it booted. It booted me from the stream. What the hell? That's some bull crap. All right, let's get the stream back up. So sorry for everybody at home listening. Just give me a second. There we go. Now that should be back up. All right. But yeah. Let's see. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Very cool.
Look at all of this sarin gas all over the place here. Someone must be planting it on us. Someone
Pretty
must
much.
be attacking. We've got so much sarin gas. Someone must just be dropping it off to attack us with it.
No, the thing that really gets me is there was a hand. So it was like the gas was in a liquid form, and when it hits air, it turns into a gas.
Okay.
Um. So like apparently the way they did it was they poked holes in this like liquid
Yeah.
pouches, and
Yeah.
the liquid went everywhere.
Yep.
There were people that went and cleaned up the liquid. I'm sitting here, I'm like, I would never like. Why would you try to clean something like that up? Like that's not your play. Like I don't know. Like it's not to say that I don't like I try to stack my plates for the busboy. I try to like help
Okay.
people out, sort of thing. But like I wouldn't be cleaning up stuff off of outside.
No, that's a
You
bad
know,
idea.
this sounds like a poor idea. Let's see here. What did I need? The
Yeah,
Circle
the
of
Circle of
Divine
Divine
Wizards.
Wizards. Holy shit, that's some D&D shit.
You can zoom type. That must be one of the worst ways to go. Ugh.
They gotta all be pretty bad.
I can only imagine.
Hey, the baby cat. Hi, where's your angry sister? Was it a scary day?
Oh yeah, I remember this. $10,000, and like seriously, it was like a a felt helmet with like lights on it,
Yep.
and then they made people pay $10,000 to get connected to it.
Sounds
And
like an e-meter.
the reality is that they were slipping people a bunch of LSD and
Oh, wow.
making them think that they were having
God touching moments.
Yeah. Ah! I found water.
Magical blood.
Magical blood. There was another person in history, I believe, that they had magical blood. I believe his name was, I think it was Hitler.
Oh, did he believe that?
Oh yeah,
I thought
what
you
he
were
would.
going to say Charlie Sheen.
No, that is true too, though. But no, Hitler believed he had magical blood, but the reality was that so he had like a sort of cult group of women that he had like a sex cult with or something like that, and he would feed them his blood. But the reality was is that it was his blood mixed with a bit of methamphetamine. So
Oh.
it's found.
You didn't hear like a buzzing or anything, did you?
No, you're
Okay. Elden Ring crashed noisily.
good. Oh, really?
Yeah.